Hey everyone, Sloth here, and gonna do a gear showcase video. A couple people asked me about gear choices and what they might do to do some better damage and improve their character overall. This video kind of assumes that you're not a fresh 30, but if you're in, if you are a fresh 30, the Dark Zone is the place to be to get your character full yellow or gold, whichever you prefer calling it. The Dark Zone is nuts right now, especially with the supply drops. Those are both fun, get you some Phoenix credits, get you some golds for your character, mods, everything is there, and there is a fair chance for a 191 set piece drop there as well. This video is geared toward a more of a high-end min-maxing sort of player, and I'll explain why as we go through my character sheet and show off some of the damage we can do. So let's break right into it, and let's see some numbers. Right, so this is my AUG, 157k headshots. With Pulse, almost 190. Not too shabby. Now, naturally, you're probably wondering, how am I hitting this kind of damage? Understood. But we're gonna try a sniper now. $944k with Pulse. 1.1 million. Let's get right into it. The reason I'm hitting like this is simple. 4-piece Sentry is disgusting, and as of right now, currently appears to be giving a full bonus of 45% headshot damage right off the bat. Again, to demonstrate. Hitting huge numbers. Hitting for over 1 million with just my own Pulse. Let's get into my character now. This is strictly PvE gear. 353k DPS. I think this number is inflated. There's no two ways about it. As I said, the 4-piece Sentry seems to not need the stacking bonus. It hits the biggest damage that it can right off the bat. The second most important thing that you're looking at having to do this kind of damage is a Reckless chest. Even if the item level is, obviously extremely low and bringing down your item level total, the 12.5% that you're getting from this is affecting your damage as a whole. It's sort of the combination. They add this 12.5% over top of the combination of all the rest of your gear, and it's doing a huge amount. Now, I can take a 240 or 214 chest, equip it. It's going to raise my firearms higher, but you will notice, and this is just with my sniper equip, you will notice that it is lowering my DPS number. But you say, Sloth, your DPS number is not really necessarily indicative of the kind of damage that you're going to be doing. And I would say, yes, normally, absolutely. But if we equip this Sentry's Call harness, which, somehow ended up rolling, the 214 piece somehow ended up rolling better than the 240, but whatever. And we start shooting stuff, we see that our numbers are not as big. And that is something that, if you had planned on wearing, 2 pieces of one and 4 pieces of the other in terms of your set gear, and you have your heart set on that, get it unset, because Reckless chest is still absolutely the way to go. Get the recipe out of the Dark Zone, make one. You will not regret it. You will see your numbers go up. Yes, you do take more damage. They did fix it, I think. Nobody's really confirmed that yet, that I know of. The other thing that you need to be successful in not only the incursion, but just in general, this is just a general character tip that we've broken into now, is, let's see, let's go down. Armor cap. If you don't have this, get this. It is a big deal. You can actually see I'm over it a little bit. I need to actually fix that. I have some mods that I can flip around and get that under control, but get armor cap. It is huge. I'm like maybe 200 armor over it. Back into our character. Got some really good rolls on some of my 240 pieces. Everyone knows how, these 240 pieces are dropping. If you want to find that out, I will leave that up to you. It is all over Reddit. It is all over everywhere else. If you look elsewhere on my channel, you will see that we have killed the incursion legitimately, or mostly legitimately. I mean, the pit, getting in the pit eliminates the big bomb. You can call that an exploit if you want to. I call it strategy. That is an opinion. You are welcome to your own. So that said, got some really good rolls on some 240 pieces. Holster, again, super big on the reckless chest. I had to re-roll this mask a million times trying to get it right. Weapon, my M1A. I got really lucky with the crafting on this one. Brutal and skilled. This is huge, PvE and PvP. If you are not in possession of a weapon with skilled on it, you need this. We are talking killing 5 or 6 mobs and having your ult back right after you use it. If you ever wondered why, when you're going into the dark zone and you're encountering a group and they seem to be able to pop ults all the time, over and over and over and over again, and they appear to otherwise be legit because there's a lot of hackers out there right now, this is why. Again, if you don't have a weapon with this on it, get one. This used to be my baby. Brutal, stable. With one, I changed one piece of gear. I meet the other requirements for this stuff. This thing, 1100 fire rate. I sling damage out on guys in the dark zone with this. I actually don't use it anymore because my AUG is just so much better now. But before, when my AUG wasn't so much better, this used to be a beast. Moving on. Now we're down to my AUG. 25 crit chance, 15k damage. I'm not sure how I did on the damage roll here. I don't know what it goes up to. But I did get brutal and I did get fierce. So my crit chance, out of this world. It's not showing right now. Let's get my SMG out. Crit chance pretty high. Could probably get that just a little bit higher if I switch out some of my mods. Could probably get closer to 56%, maybe even higher than that. So now you guys have an idea of what sort of gear it takes to put out this kind of damage. Get into the incursion. You can get some of these 214 pieces. Get into the dark zone. You can get some of the 191 stuff. I have a lot of junk on me, but definitely get some of the 191 stuff. The 204 yellows, still rolling better in some cases than your 214s and even some of your 240s. I have seen some yellows that are comparable to some of this 214 and 240 gear. They just have to have like God rolls on them. One thing I did want to mention though, as an aside, we're not talking about the sets anymore, is mods. There has been some confusion in the community about mods for quite some time now. And inflating your DPS numbers, I'll put it to you this way. If I switch around some mods on my AUG, I could probably get this number up to 400k. Because accuracy inflates your DPS more than anything else in this game. And accuracy is not a good reflection of how much DPS you're actually going to do. one of the reasons I'm hitting so hard is right here. Muzzle. Crit damage. We got some, underbarrel's not really a mod that gets a lot of attention as far as what it can do for you. I do have some accuracy there, but that's basically because that's the only thing you can really put on an underbarrel. Rate of fire mag, standard. Slinging out damage as fast as you can is the way to go. I could put a crit hit damage mag here, and I could see big numbers, but slinging out faster big numbers is better than slinging out big numbers slower. That can't be argued. Got a headshot damage crit chance scope here. This is what I'm talking about. When you have accuracy in these two places, like for instance, if you're running a flash hider here that has accuracy, you are missing out on damage. Accuracy is near worthless in this game if you know how to hold your mouse pointer straight. Simple as that. If you can do this, that's it. If you can do this, that's all you need to do. If you can hold your mouse pointer on the target, accuracy is nearly worthless in this game. There was a Reddit thread about sort of a breakdown of all the stats, and I forget who the gentleman was, but credit to him for actually getting me learned on how this stuff works. Again, take a look at my sniper. We're using headshot damage and crit chance. Stability, which is nigh on worthless on a sniper. I guess it's okay. It probably does something. Let's see what else we got. That's the other thing. If you don't have the patterns for the M1A and the AUG, they are in the dark zone right now. Highly suggest you get them. You will probably not get as lucky as I did with the talent rolls, but if you do, good on you. The first wave M1A is amazing, and the reason why is because it does have an underbarrel slot. You can slap some accuracy in there. It does help. I'm not gonna lie. You can feel it on the gun when you use a few mods of it. But it is a worthless stat in places where you can replace it with something like crit damage, where you can replace it with something like crit chance. There are a ton of spots where it's not so good. More on my sniper, weapon damage. This is another huge misconception that a lot of people are making a mistake on. I didn't get so hot on the magazine size. I had to roll a ton of extended magazines to get to this 13.5% weapon damage, but it is amazing on a sniper. If you want to get that feeling of like one-shotting something, this is what you want. And I really feel like snipers are not meant to pump out massive amounts of DPS. Snipers are meant to hit hard in a short period of time. I can get 2 shots on just about anyone, armor capped or not. If I get 2 headshot crits on you, you're dead. Period. Anybody. Unless, you happen to be one of those guys that... Anybody that's the standard cookie cutter build. I'll put it to you that way. Now, if you're one of those guys that's armor capped and has a, 150k health and is running a shield and all of that shit, then, you're welcome to that. You're welcome to that build. You can have it. But the sniper, you want to be hitting as hard as you can in the shortest period of time. And I have a shotgun for fun. It rolled pretty good. Just something I mess around with in the dark zone when we're controlling everything, as we often do. But that is sort of a brief explanation of my gear choices, why I have chosen some of those gear choices, and the reasons for those, as well as a brief explanation some modding characteristics on your guns, things you want to stray away from and things you want to go to. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments. I will answer you if you comment something. I seriously have nothing better to do. Anyway, everyone have a great day all around the world, and until next time.